Okay, in this video we create the Edit Training Group page for the admin interface. So let's go in here to our admin folder, add a new item. You know what, let's try copying one of these other ones. Let's just see what happens. So we're going to copy edit event. We'll see how hard this is as opposed to making a brand new one. I'm thinking if I do it this way, I'm going to be copying a bunch of stuff over anyway. We'll paste it in here and we'll rename this Edit Training Group. Okay, so let's open this guy up. We'll change the titles and headings here. Okay, so I know the big thing we're going to have to change is in our access data source. We'll have to change the tables that we look at. So let's see, access data source 1 will be for the grid view. So this one, we're really just worried about the select. Oh, and delete in this case. So we're going to select from, I can't remember what to call that table again. Running groups. Oops. And delete from running groups. You know, I'm not even going to change the rest of these, which you might think is a little risky, but we never use the insert, we never use the update on this one, because from our grid view we're not creating new ones and we're not doing editing. Okay, then the other thing we need to change are parameters. So the delete parameter, we can just leave it ID. The insert parameter, we don't have to worry about update select to him. We don't have to change any of that. So we will have to come back up in here. Or you know what we actually should do? We should just create this access data source from scratch, because that will create all of our bounded fields for us here and all this. So let's just do that. I'm going to copy this a little bit out of here though, because we'll come back and use this. I'm going to copy it and put it just before the grid view here. Okay, so let's go to our grid view and design view, and you know what, let's just go ahead and delete this entire access data source that's down here. We'll do the same thing, get rid of both access data sources for our grid view and our details view. Okay, then let's go back to design view and go to the grid view. Talk to his Rob, make our access data source. Browse. And this one will be running groups. And let's just not, well, okay, so and this is the grid view, so we want all of them. Oh, you know what, I'm sorry, well, let's also generate the query because we wanted to be able to delete from here. And it's going to say it's going to go read through and regenerate all this. So that's what I wanted to do. So we want to enable selection, enable deleting, then I want to go to the edit columns, and I want to get at the buttons for this one. And oh, I'm sorry, for the command field I want to get at the buttons. So first of all I'm going to convert them to buttons, then I'm going to convert it to a template field. Then same thing, description, I'm going to convert that to a template field because we'll put the editor in there. We'll say OK to that. So I'll tell you what, we'll just get this grid view set up first, and then we'll come back and do the details view and break this up in a couple videos. Okay, so let's go to the source code and the button field. I'm just going to copy this. And replace the second button with that code. Okay, so it's still called button 2, so everything will work out okay. And that's our delete button. Then the other thing we want to do here is, let's see, we've got the toolkit manager. So let's come down here and grab the editor in our bound field here. Oh, I didn't need to change this one to the bound field because this is the grid view, right? We're just looking at this, so we're not doing any editing here. So I'm just going to actually leave this alone in this case. So let's go to our details view, set up its data source. We'll do that new. Go to browse. And again, we want running groups, but where the ID column equals the one from this control, and the control ID is grid view 1. So we just want to make sure and add that. Say OK, and then we also want to make sure and generate these. So let's say next and finish, and it's going to regenerate those. So say OK. Let's just give this a test and see. We might end up with some errors here. Let's give it a test and see. Okay. Okay, so here we go, and then if we select, okay, it's working out okay. So we'll come back in the next video and finish up everything on this details view.